Today we got some amazing news. The Gothic 1 Remake has updated the demo to show a little closer to what the final game is going to be. Now, a lot of people had criticisms, both when I posted it and when they posted it. I'm in the Discord. A lot of people had criticisms, and so a lot of people made that criticism known. And it would appear that Alchemia, the developers, they're Spanish. I know not everybody's perfect, but they have actually listened to the criticism, and the latest making of episode, I actually failed to keep up with this, but then again, they said it was going to get posted every week on Friday, and then they didn't do that shit. This is the third fucking episode, and it's been months. Regardless, they have actually been talking about this, and I want to watch their debrief on the Nyrus prologue, this little demo that they made. They actually are using the module creation tools, which from my understanding means that we will actually be able to make our own campaigns inside of the engine, which is sick for RPG fans. This used to be very common with older RPGs like Neverwinter Nights, Baldur's Gate, Dragon Age Origins, but it's kind of been done away with, and I think it's a very bad thing that it kind of got done away with. Regardless, it is being brought back by Alchemia for the Gothic remake, and I think it's awesome. And let's check out what exactly this debrief is about. They're also going to go into detail about the things that they added to the demo, and then after that, we are going to play it. We're going to get our own opinion. It's going to be a double feature. This video goes up, and then the next video will also be going up with the gameplay. So, let's get into it. Play the video. I was worried for a second. I thought the video wasn't playing. Wow. Most of those were positive, but there were some negatives there, and I think that that's important. It shows a level of honesty and modesty and humbleness when you include the negatives as well, right? I think that that's important to do. I remember I thought this was Zardas's tower, but then I replayed, and no, this is the tower in the old camp. You can actually tell that there's other stuff here, but yeah, this is the old camp tower. Because this is like the spot where you start the game, basically, and as you come down from the cliff, you get to see the old camp. This is the old camp tower. You can't actually see Zardas's tower, because it's hidden behind the mountains. I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this game.
Thank you very much for all the feedback. It was a great thing to be able to read all your comments and thoughts. So thanks very much for playing it and giving us a lot of feedback.
Thank you for making it.
So we put together an updated demo version where you can see our improvements that we made.
Oh wow, that is fascinating.
And check it out.
I always forget that you can like speed that up and it goes from like a really slow animation to just like...
And let us know what you think.
There is always a lot of feedback, always a lot of reactions, and they are absolutely different. There are critical ones, there are positive ones, and the thing is that...
Look at Nyrus right there. Look at him, like he's standing and just like, whoop!
that our team react on it absolutely calmly, because this is a source of feedback, and yes, this is how we improve ourselves. This is how we improve our game. This is how we do our homework, like work on mistakes and so on. Even important. When the
I can't read this one.
Feedback is negative and super negative.
What's this? Looks like the subpart tech demo from a few years ago has been ported into Unreal Engine 5 with a few tweaks. The bad news is that it does not play as bad as that first preview demo, but it still is not good. The devs are still clinging to a very clunky set of console gaming-centric systems. Movement, forced interactions, unpleasant delayed combat. The fact this demo has loading screen tips that consist of "please don't complain about this and not include the original protagonist, this is a prequel" is a stark reminder of the low standards of the gaming industry, where creativity and talent... Yeah.
Negative and very...
Yeah, like, because I thought that was a really neat thing, and it's kind of sad that that is a neat thing, because it's a bad showing of the level of quality that is expected nowadays. Which isn't to say that the demo was bad. I didn't think it was bad, because the things that I was looking for was world narrative and world feel above everything else. And I hope that that stays in both the Nyrus demo and gets expanded for the actual game. But yeah.
Emotional even. I think that this just shows how people do care about the game, and this is how...
This, I think, is a huge improvement, by the way. Like, being able to aim like this. I talked about this when I played. This was huge. I really like this.
Gothic is kind of part of their lives, and we need just to admit it. We need to respect their opinion as well, and pay attention to details as well.
So I think there were a lot of talk about, like, yeah, why are we like not playing Nameless Hero? Why are we having this Nyrus guy in there? We knew from early on, okay, we have to do at some point a demo, because people don't like to buy games anymore without playing them first. Initially we thought about, like, oh, let's do it in the old mine. But like, because it's very easy to gate the mine, right? But the old mine is kind of like not representative of the full game, both visually but also from a perspective of like what you're doing there.
Exactly.
We thought about, okay, let's try to find some character that is part of the game anyhow. Show his perspective when he got tossed in the colony. And then the writing team came up with Nyrus, because at the same time we were working on the focus stones. This character, he doesn't do anything.
He does look very interesting, bald.
Like super crazy important, but he's the segue into the whole focus stone topic.
Yes.
It brings...
Yes, in the original game, you're sent to find Nyrus because he was sent out to find one of the focus stones, and it turns out the sleeper went into his mind and drove him insane, and so you have to fight him.
In another angle of, like, the sleeper is very present in the world of Gothic, and so is the swamp camp, who is like worshipping the sleeper. So I felt like, how can this character be convinced to join the swamp camp? How did it happen? We felt it's a really nice introduction about these core elements about the game, and also being able to show in a gated experience.
I think that there are like 3 different approaches of how usually companies share their content about the development of the game. Like the first one, where they do not share anything, they just release a trailer, the second one, and the game, and that's it.
Yeah.
The second one, the second option is just to show everything and engage with the community as much as possible.
And Baldur's Gate 3 has shown, like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the second option, where you show everything, you engage with the community, you get the community's feedback, you get people talking about the game, you get people excited about the game, you get people involved very early on, and then you practically guarantee that those people are going to buy the game, so you get an early boost, which causes the media to come and talk about it, which causes other people to give it a try, because, hey, these people are really enjoying it, so I'm going to try, and then I'm going to enjoy it. We know for a fact that the second option works way better if you have a good game.
People like to maybe even do kind of live development, share like all the assets, designs, I don't know, concept arts and everything. It's super open.
I had seen like some clips of this. If this is the new Troll, this looks really cool. I do not dislike this at all. It is a complete revamp of the old Troll design. Let me just show you. Like, it looks completely different, right? This is what the old Trolls looked like, right? Compare these two. Completely different. But I really like this design. I like the look of the horns, the tusks there, the eyes looking red. Very, very nice. The mossy hair. I like it. Them, you know, the whole loincloth is a little weird. Like, I can't imagine why this thing... Actually, it's also using, like, bark from a tree as, like, a shield. So it's clearly intelligent. And that makes sense, because trolls are creations of the evil god of Gothic, right? So it makes some sense that this thing would be intelligent enough, but it's evil by choice almost, or I guess by nature.
And
Still, it's
type of the development.
really nice. I like that.
And I think
I think monsters should have some level of intelligence because that makes them more dangerous.
that we are again in the middle. We are trying to balance between these two approaches, and we are trying to give
the mind
pieces of
crawlers.
information.
Yeah, that looks
so we are show we sometimes we show some assets, we show sometimes some concept arts, sometimes we
Training
give
in the
a
old
chance
camp.
to the players to choose the voice of Diego in the remake. For example, it is a case when we provided 3 audio samples of Diego's voice in German language, and people, German-speaking community could choose it. In the demo, you could hear the voice of Matthias Keller, who was chosen by the community.
When we did the Nares
really
demo, we built it specifically for events, having in mind that like you play it for like 30, maximum 60 minutes, and also players who have never seen or played Gothic should be able to have an easy introduction. And when we first showed off this the Nares prologue, people were like, "Yeah, that's great. Let's just show us more." And we're like, "Wait a minute. We have that
more.
next year playable at Gamescom anyhow, so let's not like talk more about this." Then we had it playable at Gamescom, and people were like, "So when are you gonna release it to the public?" And I'm
Yes.
like, "Well, we need to work on the game. Yeah, we don't have the time to do it." And it was working, but there were certain things that were like for example, we didn't have at Gamescom a settings menu because we knew exactly like, yeah, you play on these systems, so there's no need to change it. But if you release it to the public,
Oh, hey, that's new. This is 2 different types of meat now. Okay. I know that in the original, you would just get meat. You wouldn't get different types of meat. So this is interesting. So you've got grilled meat, which heals for 1, I guess 14 seconds of 1.
there's a spectrum of computers
healing per
that
second,
should
I'm
play the
guessing.
demo. So we thought
I still don't like... Wait, let's go back here. I still don't like this. Like, this is an MMO feature. You don't need it here. Just press the button and it gets done, right? I don't like... Wait like 3 seconds for the meat to be cooked. I don't like that.
thought
Either make an animation or don't make me wait.
about, okay, when would be a good timing to make it happen? And we combined it with a Steam Next Fest because that's just where a lot of demos get visibility, and we felt like it's a good moment.
And I think Gothic Remake got a lot of visibility. They're like top 10 demos in the platform right now. It's really good.
Community is always demanding more. They always ask for more, and I absolutely understand them because I
good
was
thing.
on their position like many years before I started working here, and I was also visiting like Discord and Steam page, and there was nothing. And I was asking like, when should we expect news? When is release date and everything? Now I need to answer these questions.
We did what people wanted. They wanted to play this
I was searching to see if I showed up there.
demo, and I'm glad there was a lot of feedback. There was like 15,000 surveys filled out, which is awesome. So thanks for doing that. It's a great deal of help for us making the game even better. And we see a lot of things that like we didn't have so much on the radar. For example, like the movement in the game.
Have I found the combat? I haven't played it yet. I'm going to play it after this.
Main reference really was Red Dead Redemption 2, which is a game also that has a very slow pacing in terms of movement. And the clear feedback though was people like it more reactive, and that certain actions that are repeated over and over again should be rather quick, which means non-realistic. And that is fine. It's just like a matter of like you want and the clear feedback though was people like it more reactive, and that certain actions that are repeated over and over again should be rather quick, which means non-realistic.
Yeah. I think I get it. I was listening to that. I was like, certain actions should be quicker, which isn't realistic. And I disagree and also agree at the same time, right? For example, jumping. This is something that a lot of UE5 games don't really do right. Because see, UE5 games do jumping like this. Normal people don't jump like that. That's how really fat, unathletic people jump. A regular person jumps like this. It's like this. You could just jump. You just go up. It's easy, dude. Like, normal people just pop right up. There's no, like, momentum build. You don't need that, right? So, that's kind of a thing that UE5 does wrong. Same thing with running, right? Like, humans can just go from standing still to maximum speed. It's a benefit of being bipedal, right? So, the way UE5 kind of builds up your speed doesn't really work, and people don't like it, and people have been complaining about it since always.
And that is fine. It's just like a matter of like
this is not an unrealistic,
or you want it a little gamey, and it feels like certain mechanics there's
this is not an unrealistic running speed. It's not.
It's definitely
unless you want to jump high. Yes, for a high jump, yeah.
Push for getting it more gamey, and we'll definitely do that.
From my perspective, we get a lot of feedback, and we are also looking for the feedback, watching a lot of videos, reading a lot about of community in Discord, and just searching all the information about that. And for us, was a good thing. Like we are aware.
I'm not there. I'm not there. Heartbreaking.
Of some problems of the game, that we are working on them because the demo is how the game is. It's not a demo just clean it for the people. So. Many times they confirm things that we have in mind, or at least we have some flags about, okay, this...
Humans do definitely speed up, but it's short distance to get top speed. Yeah, it's within like the first second of running. You can reach your top speed if you're athletic. You go from standing still to top speed in a second.
Could not be the best solution, and the community many times say, okay, in this case, solve it, or
don't kill
we don't
Ori.
want this. So for us, it's help us a lot to have this feedback.
I love how he stabs Ori and Ori just shakes him right the fuck back.
And also using it for improving the game. That is where what we are aiming for.
Why would you try to
demo,
fight Diego?
Specifically, there were certain elements that were not working out.
Oh
the
boy,
demo is just what it is. It's like not representative of the full game in a way that like you can just say like, okay, like the full game will be exactly like that.
It's a good engine for a lot of things, especially visually. But it lacks a lot. And one thing that a lot of people complain about UE is how everything is browned out. Like, the greens here should pop a lot more, right? And they don't. And it's not the best.
The demo locked at a certain time of day, so you obviously have just no visual variety. There are no weathers in there. It's always sunny, right? So you see one...
But the thing is, it's sunny, but it's grayed out. And like brownish, and it shouldn't be. It should be green. It should have the brown tones and the green tones and all of that stuff, right?
One specific weather and daylight condition all the time. It's not doing justice to the full game, of course, and that's what everybody has to realize also, that like, of course it has like daily routines, but they are nowhere near as detailed as in the original. And of course it has some monsters, but like, of course you won't see...
We'll see.
I don't know how monsters beyond.
I do like the update to some of the monsters. Like, some people complain that the goblins now look generic, but I like it. It's a goblin. It's supposed to look like a goblin, right? Like, what would you rather? Like, would you want to see fucking World of Warcraft goblins? Like, I'm sorry, that feels like a hate crime. that there is no part of that design that is not at least a little bit anti-Semitic. Which isn't to say that it needs to be changed. I don't think so. I think it's a fun design. I like it. But, like, that does, like, have every single negative stereotype about the physical appearance of some people, which does cause people to talk about it in a certain light. Which is dumb, because it's a video game, it's a creature in fancy. But I really do like this this design for goblins. They look evil. They look malicious. This is not the type... Like, if I enter a cave, and, like, I see, like... a bunch of little beady eyes in the dark, and I light a torch, and there's like fucking 10 of these little shits, I know something bad's about to happen to my boy Hole.
Yeah.
I know something bad's about to happen to me.
Very few characters, and you don't see them in a camp where they are actually living and where they have a real daily routine. They are kind of like all in an extreme situation because they are trapped. You should get an idea of like what can happen with progression. But it was maybe a little too fast. So
yeah, they're just in the dark, like. and it's like, you just know. It's like, yup, game over.
Players might get the wrong idea of like, oh, in the
Gothic
remake
is open
you will
world.
actually progress
Yes.
faster than you will do. But no, I mean,
The demo isn't, but the game will be absolutely open world. Yes.
the pacing is still very much the same, the power curve. And then I think another big problem of the combat in the demo was the hit zones. So like there were just clear bugs in there that like sometimes you would think like you land a hit with the sword because the models touch each other, but it wouldn't recognize the hit.
Let me see that shit again. That was hilarious.
Because the models touch each other, but it wouldn't recognize.
Just fucking whiff shot. Open world, game over. No. This is like the OG open world where, you know, things were actually good.
Nice the hit. And so it gives you this awkward feeling of like, oh, the combat system is bad. But yeah, it's a glitch, it's a bug, it's something we'll address and fix. I'm not saying like, hey, all is good, right? There are a lot of stuff that we...
Small open world, thick with content, handcrafted. Absolutely. I do think that the OG Gothic, especially in the later acts, lacked for content. Like in the open world, there was a lot of just walking to and fro, which is kind of why you're given the ability to just teleport. So I hope that they improve upon that. Like, more content, more missions, more people just going around and doing things, not just the nameless one. I want to have more encounters that are exclusive to, like, Act 3 and 4 and 5. So, you know, because that was really a part that the OG was lacking. And yes, they have said that they're going to fix that, so I am very much looking forward to it.
We need to improve much further and continue to work on until the very end.
Fuck is Kerbo not fighting back,
think
dude?
that
It's a sparring session and Kirk was just there like... Nah, I don't feel like it. Nah. It's like, bro, you agreed to the sparring session. Get your sword out.
Incredible, passionate, active, and crazy creative community. This series we could lost it. We could lose it.
Castle. Ooh, yeah, the lurker. I've seen people talk about the lurker, and I like this design of the lurker. This looks like something that lurks, right? And like compared to the OG design, I said this already in the server. Let me see if I can get a better version of it. Yeah, like look at this fuck-ass creature. Look at this creation. Compare this to this. Like this looks a lot better. This looks like something that would be called a lurker. This does not. It's on the ground, it's kind of like all froggy, it looks like a monster, it's got big meaty claws, there's a part of it that looks almost humanoid. Like, I like how all of the monsters in the setting look like they were creations of... I keep trying to fucking remember the name of the evil god in Gothic. What the fuck is it called? It's not Adonis. Adonis is the mediocre one, yes, the like neutral alignment one. There's Enos, which is the good one. Beliar, I keep forgetting. But yeah, this looks like a creation of Beliar, like the evil one. This looks like something put on this earth to prey upon the good people, right? And I think that that's really cool. You've got Enos. You've got the humanoids, which are followers of Enos. You've got all the animals and creatures of the land, the wolves, the deer, the sheep, the animals, right? Which are creations of Adanos. And then you've got the monsters, which are creatures of Beliar. And I think that that's really good. I think that's a really interesting way to do it.
And I think that the Gothic community is the reason why we are here.
This is outside of the... This is between the old camp and the old camp 9.
I think that...
And this is just outside of the new camp.
The Gothic community is the reason why we are here sitting today and recording this making of, because...
I know all of these fucking areas.
because of this feedback, because of Gothic fans' reaction. So I'm super grateful for that, and I hope
The
we will
arena?
keep
Oh, the new camp arena looks a lot better.
doing this cooperation and work together to make Gothic even better.
Okay. So, I've got high hopes for this, but that does mean I have high expectations of it, right? And expectations are a bit of a double-edged sword, because if those expectations aren't met, then you've got disappointment. At the same time, if those expectations are met, then now you have some who are very, very happy, right? But I'm still very much looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are as well, because I do intend to play the game. And we are now about ready to jump into actually playing the game. So, the people on YouTube, look forward to that. Everybody else, let's get into it. People on YouTube, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Cheers.